Hello, my YouTube subscribers and my subscribers to be. Don't forget to click that like, share, and subscribe button. I am going to talk about the trial and the deliberation of Amber Guyger, the Dallas police officer that actually killed Botham John in his apartment. I made a couple of tapes about the trial, but as it keeps going on, more and more things are actually coming out about the trial. And one specific thing that I found out today was that Amber Guyger texted her ex-lover, the cop, the ex-lover, after she killed him. You know, at one point in time when it first started, I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, you guys, because of the fact that I thought possibly she really did think that that wasn't her apartment. As time went on, as the prosecutors put on their case, I can't get over the big red doormat, big red doormat. And being a police officer, I know how observant they are. I just feel that she knew. She knew because then they said that she walked down the hallway, so she had to see that it wasn't her apartment floor because of numbers. I mean, a police officer, she said she was trained properly and she follows the guideline of being trained. They asked her, was the police station, didn't you have an option to call someone before you went on the other side of that door? You went in to kill someone, but you had the choice not to kill them. She said yes. So she knew the police station was down the streets. She knew that going up, you know, when you go up higher, you can feel vibrations going up. She knew she was going up. She knew that she was going to that apartment to kill Botham John because she was on the other side of the door, as they said, and you had a chance to turn around, walk away, call for help. Another thing I saw was that I had no idea that she was in the car texting that man after this man's body. Oh my God, that's cold-hearted. That is cold-hearted. You're still going to want to get with this married man after you've killed somebody. It seems like your whole life would have changed, your whole demeanor, your whole everything, your heart. But then later I found out, as I was watching some YouTube tapes, I found out that the mother of another young African-American man was killed by her ex-cop lover, and he was unarmed. So you remember when the prosecutors had asked her, they said, what was you guys talking about when you pulled over on the side of the road? Because right after that, you went and shot him. They never could find that conversation somehow. Somehow, I think that she knew that he was involved possibly in that murder. I think that murder that he killed the black guy was in 2007. I know they couldn't put that in the trial anyway because of the fact that it wasn't his trial, it was Amber Guyger's trial. But what I'm saying is Amber Guyger was just a bad person because of the fact that she did not want to save the man's life, which means what? She wanted him to die. Because when they said, did you do CPR? Oh, I did it a little bit. I used one hand. A little bit, one hand, and this man is dying, and you out in the hallway wanting him to die, pacing the floor. But yet, you was normal after they was putting his body away, taking him away, and you in the car texting for more sex messages from the married man. That's very distasteful. That if I was a jury, it would be just an automatic, she's guilty because of all the bad things that she's about. And her demeanor is hard, it's cold. She just was thinking about herself when someone was dying. He laid there to die alone when she had the chance to possibly comfort him as he was transitioning into another world. Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. But what got me is when I saw online this mother crying about her son, that the guy that she was in love with on the job had killed a guy. And they are asking for justice for him. They want him off of the job because he deleted text messages. And the jury saw that he deleted text messages that they had been talking about, and that was regarding that case. The case of Amber Guyger. And then another thing, they want probably to open up investigations about him killing an unarmed black guy. And you guys, I never wanted to think it was anything like a hate crime, which was why I was trying to give Amber Guyger the benefit of the doubt. Really, I was trying to look at it straight. But when she said again on that stand, it's not about hate or anything like that, nobody did ask her, was it about hate at all? That was a word that shouldn't have even came. It was a lot of words she was saying that was discriminating herself and making her appear guilty. Her face, her energy, her demeanor, her hostileness, her tightness of herself. She wasn't a relaxed feminine person at all. It was, everything was just kind of cold and hard and abrupt. And at one point I heard her, she almost cursed, and she called herself when her attorneys were questioning her in front of the jury. She just had a cold demeanor about herself, and like they said, it's no way you couldn't feel as a police officer trained that you was not at your apartment when the big red mat was flashing like a neon light. Red. Bright and red. And no one else had that mat in that hallway. Couldn't help but see it. You could see that coming walking towards the place. And other witnesses, like I said, they saw, even though they went on the wrong floor, like we all made mistakes, but when they got there, something told them, this is not my apartment. Another thing I heard on YouTube today, I saw it and I read and I heard on YouTube that the apartment people, somehow she was linked with working with them or something, and she possibly could have had some keys. And remember about the weed smoking and apartment people, about the people smoking weed, and then she had texted a friend of hers that she tried to play like she didn't know that she had said anything about marijuana to her friend, and the prosecutor pulled out the paper and said, here it is, the text message. You don't remember texting this lady saying, I like the apartment, but this weed stuff going on. Then she had to admit that. She had to admit a lot of things, and she really confessed to murdering him because she had the chance to turn and walk away or to get help. And you know what that would have done? That would have saved Botham John's life. It would have saved her from having to go to trial or possibly prison. It would have saved the other man's marriage possibly, because none of it would have been in court. It wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. Another thing that discredited her, well, people play around all the time, but the thing of it is that on your job and to text messages to a married man, his wife could have gotten the phone, you guys. She really even helped open up a can of worms on him from the murder of the black unarmed man that he killed, because now they're going to look at him because of her. Amber Guyger opened up the case for people to look at him, because you had all of these mothers that lost African American males during the time that was going on, before they came out the body cams and so forth and so on. People were getting shot down like dogs just because they could do it. I don't know how somebody could lay down at night and kill somebody and then walk out and then go text them some sex messages to try to have sex with someone after you murder someone. That's a sign of guilt right there. You didn't give a damn to save him when he was dying. You didn't give a damn after you killed him. You just didn't give a damn. It's just another one bite the dust. So I think they're going to find her guilty. I really do, because I just can't see any way other than that, because of the choices that she had, all of the choices she had, and she didn't have to go in the house. Just take it, me, you, or anyone. If you go home and someone's in your house, would you go in? I know I wouldn't. No one in their right mind would go into their home if the intruder is inside. But a person that wants to kill a person, and possibly knowing that was the person that was smoking the weed anyway, I'm not going to even say because he was black. I'm going to say knowing that the apartment people have already complained, the weed smoking are going on that floor from that room. She pushed her way on in when she had the chance to. She had the phone on her. She had the walkie on her. She had everything on her to save that man's life. But she thought she could get away because possibly she knew that her ex-lover had gotten away with murdering a black man unarmed. And I saw his mother just crying boo-hoo tears on YouTube, and that just broke my heart. Everybody loves their children. I wouldn't care what color you are. They can even be slow. My mother said, I don't care what color you are. I don't care how ugly the kids may be. That's still someone's child that God created on this heaven and earth. And no man here has the right to go and shoot somebody unless their life is in jeopardy. And in that case, Amber Guyger's case, her life was not in jeopardy because of the fact she was on the other side of the door. The man was sitting down eating ice cream. And then the prosecutor showed where she shot at him twice. And when she said he was coming at her, well, they go, how can he come at you when the bullet went over here where he was in a stooping position trying to stoop down and keep you from killing him? My God, my God. That girl has a look on her like she don't give a damn. And she showed it in the car. They showed everyone on the tape. Everyone that's listening to my video, everyone that was sitting on the jury panel saw it. Where after she killed him, she's in the car texting somebody. So all of that crying and booing and what she was hollering and saying, stay with me, bud, and put one hand on him, trying to resuscitate him. She didn't want to put her mouth on the black man to save his life. So when she said it's not about hate or anything like that, she had to have some hate in her heart to not help save this handsome young man's life. I wouldn't give a damn what color he was. He was still a human being that she did not create and she wasn't supposed to take from this earth. Because he wasn't threatening her. He didn't have a gun. All the man was doing was sitting there eating ice cream. Another thing, she lied about the light. He had just like right now, I can go in one of my other rooms and my TV light, you can see everything in the room. I use it to get up and go to the bathroom. You know, I don't get up and turn on the light. I just flip my remote on and you got light. And then, like they said, it was a bright, bright light in the hallway. And she knew exactly where to shoot in the heart. So when she saw him and had that perfect aim, like she said she was trained how to shoot and where to shoot. And that's where she shot. So, which means what? She saw him. She saw where to shoot. So everything she said just didn't make any sense at all. And her defense just didn't have a ground to stand on. The only thing they was trying to say is that she did not know that was her apartment. And everyone wondered, well, how didn't she know with a big red mat and it didn't have the flower pot by her floor like she normally had? She elevated herself and went up to another floor, and she's a police officer trained to feel her surroundings. I feel mine, you feel yours. I made mistakes, and possibly everyone that's listening to my video right now have made mistakes going to the wrong car, putting the key in the wrong place, but you catch yourself. And if you're a police officer with a gun, you know that if you use it, if you got a gun on you, you can easily just knock off somebody and just shoot them dead like dogs. So she used her power to go and finally have a chance to kill someone. And she thought she was going to get by with it. Because for a minute, I think it took a little while for them to arrest her until everyone got involved. And so, like I said, now she's opened up the can of worms for her ex-lover. My mother always said a woman can get you in trouble. That man could lose his family. That man can lose his job and all of that. Whether the reason they couldn't bring his case in with him about him killing the African American man unarmed was because of the fact that that was not his trial. That was Amber Guyger's trial. But guess what? Now she's opened up a can of worms on him from that case in 2007. They're going to look at him now because of the fact that he was collaborating with her in a sexual manner, having a sexual relationship with her on the job. And he's been on the job for 16, 17 years. He can lose his job because of Amber Guyger being evil. She has an evil look. She has an evil vibe. She has an evil spirit. Nothing is sweet and soft about Amber Guyger. Nothing. She's hard. She walks hostile and stiff. You know, women are a little feminine and a little more flexible when they move their hands. She's like, you know, she's nothing soft, nothing genuine, nothing feminine. And she even almost cursed in front of the jury. I don't know if you guys caught that. She almost said, shit, I mean, you know, Amber Guyger is guilty. She wanted to kill Botham John because either it was about that weed smoking, and either he let her in or she had a key from those apartments, because on YouTube someone said they had given her keys to the apartments. That's what I heard. And she could go in any apartment in that building. I heard that from one of the videos on YouTube. It's sad. It's sad that she took that nice young man off the planet of the earth because she heard about the weed. It's either she heard about the weed, like on one of the videos I saw on YouTube, they said either she heard about the weed or she liked him. No one knows. No one knows. Then again, when she said she was tired and that prosecutor ripped her apart. What were you gonna do when you got home? Oh, I was gonna go home and get ready and go to the gym. And well, where is the gym? Is it around the corner, down the streets, or what? No, it's downtown. You tired? You should have carried your butt to bed and got ready for another hard day. Why would you want to go to the gym if you saying that you were so tired? In 13 hours, people work, 15, 20 hours. People work double. People work 80 hours a week and still do everything they want to do. And she's not that old to be that damn tired. You know? What about our parents and stuff, how they worked just to sacrifice for their children? My daddy worked with 8 kids. I'm the 7th sibling. He worked from sun up to sundown. He was never tired because he was working and doing everything he needed to do. And after he made his money, he got his rest. And he was a lot older than her. So don't give me that you're tired. I don't buy that, and the jury's not going to buy that either. The jury is not feeling sorry for someone that walked into someone's apartment. I just don't think so. I know there are guidelines that they have to follow and everything, but if she had that chance to walk away, see, that's the key. And she did not do CPR on him. She said, I did it a little. I wouldn't have said I did it a little. I would have just said I didn't do it, because when you said a little, that means you may have started and you stopped and you let him die. And all of that stuff on text messages, stay with me, bud. I'm sorry. And, the cameras were rolling because someone told her when she got in the car, don't say nothing and turn off the camera. So, and that was what made her feel comfortable, because she had all of the people he was the victim and she was the murderer. And she had people to support her, which was what gave her that push to go ahead and text him, the married cop, some more about sex. How could you go and lay up in the bed with somebody after you murdered somebody or killed somebody, even if it was a murder, even if it was an accident? If it was an accident, I still wouldn't even have sex on my mind unless I was crazy. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's a bunch of crazy people out here, man. And you don't never know who it is. But I bet you, how would they feel if someone did that to someone that they loved? Everybody have loved ones. How would they feel if somebody killed someone they loved just because of their own gratification, or to say, I killed someone, or I killed a black man, or I killed a white man, just to say, got some kind of vibe or some kind of good feeling off of taking someone off the planet of this earth? And how can you lay down at night? How? And it's too late to say, I'm sorry now. It's too late to say, I don't want to live with myself. Well, I would say that too, just to try to save myself in front of the jury. But if you felt like that, you wouldn't have been texting him after you killed a man and then in the car texting for sex. So it just does not add up. Because the way a man is, the way a man thinks, so is he. The way he thinks, so is he. That's the way he is. Because if she went in that car and did that after killing that man, that tells you exactly who she is, and she's a cold-blooded killer. She had that opportunity, and she thought she was going to get by with it. And so this is why she opened up that can of worms on the ex-cop, because now they're going to be trying to find out what was it that when she pulled up on the side of the road and they asked her, what were you guys talking about? That was one piece missing. There was one piece missing. And then they said, and then you went and killed her. Oh, we were just talking about work, and we were talking about this, we were talking about that, we were talking about that. That was something else, because it seems to me that if her mind was on sex, then she shouldn't have wanted to kill nobody when she had the chance, when that door supposedly had been cracked open a little bit. If she wanted to go have sex with him that night, it seems to me that she would have turned around and called for help and then later went on and got with him. But she wanted to be with him after she killed him, to laugh and talk about it. How horrific is that? That is guilty as all get out to me. That is guilty. You on the other side of the door had a chance to run away, and you're going to walk into the fire? Just take it yourself. If it was you, would you go into that house when you went home and your lights was on and you saw somebody rumbling through your house? I'd run to hell as fast as I could, because they could have killed you. And that's what she was trying to say. But the man was only eating ice cream. He was eating ice cream. Unbelievable. You guys, I'm going to have to end it with that. And so the deliberation is going on. And like I said, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt, but all the evidence points to she knew where she was going. They said you went past 16, 17 apartments with numbers on. Being a police officer, they're very alert. Don't tell me just that one night that you wasn't alert. That's what they said. Very alert. And that big red mat was there to let everybody know that she saw it. She stood in the doorway the whole time. How could you not see it? It wasn't like you wasn't in the doorway. That as soon as you look, you couldn't help but see it, because red is red. It's like a red light. It's like the lights that even flash on their car that gets people attention. It's like a no-brainer. You just can't help but see it. And especially when no one else have a mat. You walking down the hallway, and you mean to tell me you're not going to see that big red mat and nobody else have a mat? And you know you don't have one in your apartment? I don't buy it. I don't buy it, you guys. So please click like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be coming back with some more commentary. And I thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see what it's going to be. Don't forget, click that like, share, and subscribe button. Okay, bye. Wow.